unprecedented protests in China, calling for Xi Jinping to step down, calling for the Chinese Communist Party to step down.
共产党，共产党，习近平。
A Shanghai resident told the Epoch Times that no one likes Xi Jinping or the Chinese Communist Party. The Chinese people are fed up with the CCP policies. Not only the Chinese citizens, but the economy is also being hit hard. By Sunday evening, mass demonstration has spread to Beijing, Shanghai, Chengdu, Guangzhou and Wuhan, where thousands of residents remarkably call for political freedoms. In the capital city, Beijing, well-educated people call for greater civil liberties. The crowd chanted, "We want freedom, we want freedom." In Chengdu City, the crowd also chanted opposition to dictatorship. "We don't want lifelong rulers. We don't want emperors." In the southern city of Guangzhou, hundreds gathered on the public square and the crowd shouted, "We don't want lockdowns, we want freedom, freedom of expression, freedom of the press, freedom of art, freedom of movement, personal freedoms. Give me back my freedom." Many people have been arrested in the last few days, but protesters are calling for more people to join them. Every conscientious Chinese person should be here to protest. They don't have to voice their opinions, but I hope they can stand with us. Chinese protesters have used blank sheets of paper to express their anger over the CCP restrictions. Their message to the CCP is that if you fear a blank sheet of paper, you are weak inside. Now the blank sheet revolution has spread to many streets and top universities. Blank sheets of paper is also becoming a symbol of defiance in China protests. Images and videos circulated online showed Chinese people are holding up blank sheets of paper everywhere. Students at university in Beijing and Nanjing holding up blank sheets of paper to protest the CCP policies. In Shanghai, a crowd also gathered late on Sunday. They also held up blank sheets of paper and candles in support of Xinjiang's victims. Similar sheets of paper could be seen held by people gathering at Tsinghua University on Sunday. Widespread in-person protests are rare in China, where room for dissent had been eliminated under the leader of Xi Jinping. Chanting "Don't want dictatorship, want democracy" is forbidden in China. A lot of police officers started to move in to push back and divide the crowd. Many people were arrested and taken into a police vehicle. Videos show hundreds of people on streets shouting, "Release the people," in a demand for the police to free detained demonstrators. In one video, a man holding a bundle of flowers shouted, "We need to be braver. Am I breaking the law by holding flowers? We Chinese people need to be braver." So many of us were arrested yesterday. Are they without a job or without family? We should not be afraid. In big cities like Beijing and Shanghai, people are calling for Xi Jinping to step down. In China's biggest city, Shanghai, 25 million residents hold deep resentment toward the government's policy after being subjected to a 2-month lockdown a few months ago. Videos show the student holding up sheets of white paper and mobile phone flashlights while chanting, "Say no to lockdown, yes to freedom. Open your eyes and look at the world." Another larger group shouted, "Down with the Chinese Communist Party." Journalists from Western countries who were at Chinese protest sites stated that they have never seen anything like this in the last 10 years. A journalist from Western academic noted on Twitter, "I've lived in China for 30 years and I've never seen such a brazenly open and sustained expression of rage against the PRC government. This is a serious test of CCP governance. Chinese people really have no choice. They have to stand up for themselves and for their families. A protester told the Epoch Times that all sectors are suffering. We need to feed ourselves to support our family. With no income, how could we survive? Thank you so much for watching and see you later.